When shall these tears stop a falling? Shall I be happy once more? I picture my heart to break away, come together, then fall apart. Bleep, bleep. Like, that sucks. Break, come together, break up. I still think about it.
Been through the pages of my old journals, with every turn another memory.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Journaling Through the Years, episode 98. I am Leah Liz, and this is a series on this channel wherein I read a portion of my journals that I've been writing in since I was old enough to hold a pen or a pencil. When I was little, it was a pencil, but this is all pen because it's my junior year. And before we get started, remember to check out all the bonfire merch. All the links are in the section below, as well as the website and the Patreon. If you want to support CafeGirl Thriving Artists, it's just $5 a month. You get early access to all online media, access to some Discord and Facebook groups. Yeah, check it out. You'll see lots of other stuff too. Okay. He said he loved me, she said, bending over a picture of a guy sprawled out lazily on a sofa. I think I know who that was. That was probably Princess Bride boyfriend. Her brown hair fell in front of her face, hiding a tear falling from her eye. And I was stupid enough to believe him. So I love him now and forever. He said he loved me, she said, staring towards the floor until the phone bill got too high and the distance was too long. Back in the old days, before cell phones, when you just had landlines, there was like places you couldn't call, like 2 towns over, whatever, because they were long distance, and you would charge extra to call them. Kids, I'm giving you an education. So the phone bill would rack up, but if you called local, like your own town or the town right next to you, it was free. Now he's back, and I'm not sure just what to do. I'll be leaving soon, but how can I keep myself from falling in love with him again? He said he loved me, she said, for 1.5 years. Then he walked a mile on my birthday in the pouring rain, his tears mixing with the rain, to tell me he couldn't take it anymore, that we were through. I was sad for a couple days until I met another. Now he loves me and hasn't left. So that was Bad A, and the guy that walked like in the rain to break up with her, she didn't love him. If they've dated for like 2 or 3 years. That was it. 1.5 years. And he should have broken. He's better off, obviously. Yeah, much better off. And it was a good thing that he broke up with her. Especially because she, like, a couple of days later, she's like, I'm in love with another one. After 1.5 years. Okay. I mean, that could be her own love addiction issues, this Bad A, as well as other addiction issues, that she needs someone constantly to feed that emptiness within herself. He said he loved me. She said, I swear I tell you he did. Just a week before he broke up with me, he sent me a dozen roses. He broke up with me at camp. It was my very last year. It really sucked. He said I had some traits that really bothered him. Now he doesn't even bother to call or write. When shall these tears stop a falling? Shall I be happy once more? I picture my heart to break away, come together, then fall apart. Bleep, bleep. Like, that sucks. Break, come together, break up. I still think about him. Every time I do, I smile. Every time I see him, my heart skips a beat. It still bothers me to picture him with another. I gave so much in our relationship, but he just threw it back. Now I know he's not welcome in my arms once more. Good for you. Life is similar. Okay. That now I know he's not welcomed in my arms once more. Okay, so all of these, I'm not going to give away names because I don't do that, but I know that all of these women that I'm talking about, that these are all different friends that I knew who had boyfriends break up with them. I told you Bad A had the boy that walked, the man, he was older, he was above 18, that walked in the rain to break up with her and showed up at her house. And he took, he was miles away, and I guess his car wasn't working or something, and he just started walking and showed up and said, I can't do it anymore. And I don't know if somebody took him home or what. Or if he just, like, broken up with you and I'm gone. But he was very upset. She was abusive. She was. I mean, she was abusive to me, and no doubt he had been dealing with it in some way. I know that one time she riled me up, and I got really frustrated, and he took me outside, and he said, I feel the same way at times, and she does the same thing to me. And it was not too long after that, I think, that he called it off with her. So, and then she ended up dating someone else. But I think there was a loyalty to her. To me, I was loyal to her because she was a female and he was the man. I don't know, but I really want to find him again because I know I saw him in my early 20s when I moved back to my hometown, or mid-20s, and he asked about her. And he was with his to-be then wife, and he asked about her just because he was curious. I mean, he had a high school girlfriend. I was like, hey, she's not a good place. And also, that was the association. We were all three friends. I mean, like, we would go out for dinners together. Like, they'd go on dates and they'd take me, which is really weird, but we'd all hang out together. Or when I had a boyfriend of mutual friends, like the M-Bird kind of whole thing, like we'd all go out together and hang out. So there was an association. But I want to find him again. I am the one in the front looking over the picture of the guy sprawled out on the couch. That was my, what is he called? Princess Bride boyfriend. I took a picture of him because he looked so peaceful sleeping there. And then the others, I'm not too sure exactly, but I don't think it's important that we know who they are, and I'm not going to say their names or anything about that, but I am going to just reflect on the fact that these were mostly high school boys, or maybe early 20s, and they were, I think it's a really interesting picture of kind of high school love and first love and the first times of the relationships, and then kind of this beautiful picture of the common unity, the community, the bond of myself and my friends healing from a heartbreak. It's interesting that the last week we were reading this episode, or the last week's episode, I was reading a prose about how I didn't want to be alone, and but yet I couldn't reach out, and I didn't want to face the fact that I had this pain. I didn't want to face my own consciousness. I didn't want to be alert to that, and I couldn't sleep though, and I didn't feel that I could reach out to someone and find that healing. And then here I am actually reflected on the fact that I do have a community of people that have been hurt by a boy as well, that was in my life or had been in my life in this moment fairly recently, and reflecting on that kind of shared struggle and pain. I like it ends with, now I know he's not welcome in my arms once more. I like that, this idea that he hurt me, he's not welcome back. Now, I do believe in the possibility of coming back. You can, I mean, sometimes, especially high school love, there could have been a time where, I don't know, Like I do believe in forgiveness and healing, and there is a possibility sometimes things kind of heal and you can come back together, blah blah blah. But also I do like that there was in this common shared unity that I didn't know that I had or could relate to. In that common shared unity of suffering and healing, there was a strength, and that strength gave me the mindset to realize that I matter, my life matters, you matter, your life matters, I am loved, you are loved, I am worthy of love, and you are worthy of love. And always remember to love your thrive and find your sunshine.